Have you ever come across a picture that completely messes with your mind, making you question what you're actually seeing? Optical illusions have a way of surprising us, catching us off guard, and making us do a double take. Picture this: a simple black and white drawing, nothing fancy, just a few shapes on a page. But somehow it manages to play tricks on your brain. At first glance, your eyes are drawn to what looks like a vase, elegant, perfectly symmetrical, and standing out boldly against the background. But then, in a split second, your brain does something incredible. The image seems to flip, and suddenly, you're not looking at a vase anymore. Instead, you see two faces, nose to nose, staring at each other in perfect profile. That's the magic of Rubin's vase, one of the most iconic and mind-bending optical illusions ever created. It's a classic for a reason, and it never fails to amaze people, no matter how many times they see it. But what's really going on here? Why does this simple drawing have such a powerful effect on our perception? Why is it that some people immediately see a vase, while others can't help but notice the faces first? And why does your perception keep switching back and forth, almost as if your brain can't make up its mind? The answer lies in the way our brains process visual information. Our eyes are just the starting point. They collect shapes, lines, and colors, but it's our brain that interprets what those shapes actually mean. When you look at Rubin's vase, your eyes are simply gathering the raw data, the outlines, the contrast between black and white, the curves and edges, but your brain is where the real magic happens. It's constantly working behind the scenes, trying to figure out what's the main object, the figure, and what's just the background. This process is called figure-ground perception. It's a fundamental part of how we make sense of the world. Our minds are always separating what's important from what's not, helping us focus on what matters in any given moment. Let's break it down a bit more. In the case of Rubin's vase, the black areas form two identical profiles, facing each other, their noses almost touching. If you focus on the black, the faces pop out at you. But if you shift your attention to the white space in the center, suddenly, a vase appears, elegant and unmistakable. Here's the catch: your brain can't see both the faces and the vase at the same time. It has to choose which one to focus on, flipping back and forth as you look at the image. So as you stare at the drawing, your perception keeps switching. Sometimes you see the faces, sometimes the vase, but never both at once. It's like your mind is playing a game of tug-of-war with itself. That switch you feel? It's your mind actively reinterpreting the same information in two completely different ways. It's a reminder of just how flexible, and sometimes unreliable, our perception can be. This fascinating illusion was first created by Danish psychologist Edgar Rubin way back in 1915. He was a pioneer in the study of perception, and he wanted to show the world that seeing isn't just a passive process. Rubin believed that perception is active. Our brains are constantly making decisions, interpreting, and even guessing about what we see. We're not just receiving information, we're shaping it. Your brain is always at work, deciding what stands out and what fades into the background. It's sorting through endless details, filtering out the noise, and highlighting what it thinks is important. And here's the wildest part. This isn't just something that happens with art or optical illusions. It's happening all the time, in every moment of your life. Every day, your mind is bombarded with a flood of sights, sounds, and sensations. It's constantly sorting, filtering, and prioritizing, helping you focus on what matters most, often without you even realizing it. Whether you're walking down a busy street or having a conversation in a noisy room, your brain is working overtime to help you make sense of it all. So why does any of this matter? Why should we care about a simple black and white drawing that tricks our eyes? Well, Rubin's vase isn't just a fun party trick or a quirky piece of art. It's actually a powerful window into the workings of our minds. It reveals just how easily our brains can be fooled by simple shapes and colors, and how our perception of reality is shaped by the choices our minds make, often without us even knowing it. It's a reminder that what we see isn't always the whole picture. Sometimes it's just what our brain decides to show us, based on what it thinks is important at that moment. There's always more to the story than meets the eye. So next time you look at Rubin's vase or any optical illusion, take a moment to pause and wonder. What else in life might be hiding in plain sight, just waiting for your mind to see it differently? Maybe there are hidden details, new perspectives, or even entire stories that you've never noticed before. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, keep questioning, and never stop exploring the amazing ways your mind works.